Here is Shannon Shine.
Hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's card readings. My name is Shannon Shine, and I will be your host for this evening, and I'm super excited to be doing readings for all of our awesome listeners. So thank you for that. I have to say that recently I have been super impressed with all of the amazing shows and things that Project Bring Me to Life has been putting out. I get super excited for the weekly radio show because I get to play them from my shop now. And Mountain Shine Creative in Cumberland is just this space that I really love. So having music that I love there all day without the normal so-to-so radio ads and bothersome distractions. I really just love having Project Bring Me to Life to just listen to is really cool background music. But yeah, so I've been seeing a lot of activity in the live chats on Spreaker, which is our platform. And it's really the best place for you to actually get in line tonight for a card reading. So if you would like a card reading, hop into our live Spreaker chat. If you're on our website at the top, the Spreaker bar has a little talk bubble or comment bubble. You can click that and join the live feed and see who else is listening. And if you're enjoying this evening's broadcast, please take time to check out our other PBMTL shows and music. Seelman and the host of the various shows really work hard to provide inspirational content for all of us and news content for all of us, which is really important. So also to keep us going, consider becoming a Patreon member or make a donation via our website, projectbringmetolife.com. There are plenty of perks and options for you to become a Patreon member. And if you aren't able to donate, don't stress. You really could just help us out by sharing on your favorite social media, be it Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. Those shares and likes really, really help us get our message out to the right people. And it's all about word of mouth. And if someone thinks you're having a great time and learning something from listening, they want to listen too. So share it with them. And that just brings me to tonight. So like I said, I'm really excited. Tonight we're celebrating the new moon. And the new moon represents the start of a new lunar cycle. And it occurs approximately every 29 to 30 days when there is a new moon. The Earth, the moon, and the sun are positioned in a line. And we can't see the new moon in the sky because during this time, the moon sits between the Earth and the sun. So with the sun shining on its side of the moon that we cannot see, it just appears like a dark circle. It's a lot of what those images are where you see the dark center and the very lit, or the very little, I should say, border around the sun. That's usually a new moon. And this moon is so powerful. It's responsible for moving oceans and the ocean tides and for the growth of plants. And we as humans are just also affected by this powerful energy, which is why we want to do card readings at this time. The new moon symbolizes new beginnings, and you should use the energy of a new moon to achieve your goals or start a new project. During the new moon, you'd want to take time to really reflect back on your old goals and set yourself some new intentions or things you want to accomplish in the next 30 days. This is a magical time, and it's just really a perfect opportunity to transform yourself. So I always like to start these readings out with a general 3-card pull. This gets everybody kind of on the same page of what the collective's feeling. As humans, we all think a lot alike, whether we like to admit it or not. So we feel the same things. That's why so many people are like, man, I'm going through this too. When one person goes through something, it seems like a majority of the people start going through similar experiences because we feed off of each other's energy. So that's how these general readings work with the law of attraction and what's happening in the collective. Right now, right before I start this, I just want to say again, if you want to get a reading, please get in line. Hop on to our Spreaker live chat or get a hold of Seelman in some way. So I'm using my Doreen Virtue Angel Therapy card deck, and it's a really important deck to me because my grandma, when she was really sick, I got her this deck as some inspiration, and she had gotten to use it and put some of her energy into it. So I always feel really protected and loved when I use this deck, and I like to use it at the new moon, just a special time for me. So the first card in our general reading is the Fairies card. So the Fairies card comes when the fairies obviously want us to know that their energy is really strong right now. There's a lot of playfulness in the air, as well as just protection. The fairies are very protective creatures, as well as playful. And they're also urging us to spend time outdoors, which in the winter sometimes seems hard, but is also why there's been so much fluctuation in the energy and the weather. They want us to have an opportunity to really spread our wings and join them in playing in the nature. They also protect and guide the animals. So right now, a lot of us should be looking for the animals in our lives that are giving us messages. The fairies will help speak through the animals, be it a cat or a dog that you live with, or something outside. It'll be a bird or a squirrel. Just really take some time right now and admire the nature and the other animals that are in your world. It also shows that when the fairy card comes, that the collective or the person receiving the message is trying to manifest money. And I feel like during the first quarter of the year, all of the year, we're just so engulfed in trying to manifest abundance and money to start all these projects, because we're like, it's the new year and it's a new moon. I have all these new ideas. I need all this money to make it happen. And the fairies just want you to know that it's important right now to not try to manifest and focus on the money, and focus on the ideas. Take the time and think about how great that project is going to feel when it's finished, or that book you're working on, or that painting, or anything that you have been really wanting to invest time into. Think about how great it's going to feel when you accomplish that goal and you can share that experience with the world. That's what the fairies want us to also focus on. So go out into nature and take some time to finish projects. Don't worry about the money or the financial issues. It's coming. Once you have faith in the projects or the manifestation, that's when it can come through, not when you're worrying about the how it's going to come through. So that's what the fairies really want us to know. Bringing us to the second card in the general reading. The second card I pulled for the collective is the third eye chakra. The third eye chakra card wants us to know that it's safe for us to see the energy of love in all its forms via angels, auras, visions, and a variety of different things. The third eye chakra is just connected with your intuition and that feeling of knowing. It's coming to us in response about the questions of the future, which, like I just said in the last card, like the financial burdens and like the what ifs. The third eye chakra saying intuitively we know the next step, and we need to focus on the happiness of it rather than the how and the why and how to get to the end of the experience. You got to enjoy the journey. It's also saying that right now a lot of us are having clairvoyant and clairaudient messages. We're seeing things in dreams. We're seeing things in people. We're hearing repetitive sayings, seeing the same number. A lot of that's happening right now because the universe wants us to take a moment and stop and acknowledge our intuition and to embrace our third eye chakra and really give it some time to give us the message that we need to be receiving right now. And that's everybody. And everybody's message is going to be different, but we all need to just take that time out in nature with the fairies to embrace our third eye chakra. So that brings me to the third card. The third card I pulled for the collective is the vegetarian and vegan card, which represents a fairy with fresh organic fruits and vegetables, and she wants to give us a boost of high life force energy and elevate our spiritual frequency. This doesn't mean that you have to go vegan. It's saying it's kind of a card that's just a reminder that you need to eat healthy for your body right now. Take the time to see what's best for your body. Maybe not indulge in so much sweets and food that's not good for your body, which is easy to do in the winter when there's not as many fruits and vegetables available or organic goods, because everything right now is like canned or processed, and you really got to try hard to eat healthy, but the universe really needs that out of us right now. So we got to take that extra step and embrace the organic fruits, organic vegetables, anything healthy to make your body happy at this wintry new moon, new energy time. So that is my collective reading, my introductory reading for everyone. And I believe we already have some people in line. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle my cards, give myself a minute, and we'll do our first reading. All right. So I believe the first person in line is Hayden. And we're going to do a general reading for Hayden from the Angel Therapy deck. See what they have to say for him. All right. So this is a very interesting read. Sometimes... Oh, do we have Hayden online? Hello? Hi, Hayden. I didn't know if you were going to call in this evening or not. I'm glad to have you here. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can.
Cool. So I went ahead and I pulled 3 cards for you, and they're very interesting cards. I'm going to keep it a pretty general reading because I know we have some other people in line. But the first card I pulled, or the first card I pulled for you again was the third eye chakra card. So we've already got like a theme going, and it's really important to be tuned into your third eye and to embrace the energy of love in all forms, not just an emotional relationship, but emotions in general, be it the aura and visions. So your first card is the third eye chakra. And your second card says that it is emotional sensitivity right now. It's an angel fairy, and she's just kind of relaxing in a tree. And she's hanging out, and it says, honor and respect your deep sensitivity. It's a gift to us all. And I think that's a really good card for you because you really reach out to people and you try to listen to what they have to say. And you're really good at holding a conversation. So when people tell you what's wrong or they reach out to that sensitivity in you, you have good feedback and an inspirational message or a message to keep moving forward most of the time. But it's important for you to honor and respect that the sensitivity is not only a tool to help you communicate with others, but it's a tool to help you overcome some karmic energy that you've adapted to through your different lifetimes and to really learn lessons. So sometimes when you feel those feels that are really annoying to feel, you have to embrace it and see what the message is from. The last card is a really strong card. It's the Twin Flame card. It says the answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. The Twin Flame card is a really sensitive card. I think sometimes the Twin Flame terminology gets overused in the spiritual community right now, but it does say that somebody that you're connected to in a really strong bond is affecting that emotional sensitivity right now. And it's really important to give yourself space and time to evaluate your own emotions and to answer the questions that do involve that spiritually based romantic relationship and what is going to be the best outcome for you and for them in all of those manners. But it's really important for you right now to kind of analyze the pros and cons of the energy that you're being given. So that's the reading I got for you.
Hayden actually, I think his call got dropped during the reading, but I'm pretty sure he heard it.
Cool. That's good. I'm glad that Hayden got his message. And I think we have a couple people in line, but I think it's a good time to take a quick music break for just a moment. Is that possible?
You are tuned in to New Moon Readings live with Shannon Shine. If you would like to donate any green energy, you can do so by clicking on the link in the description or by going to projectbringmetolife.com/donate.
Okay, well, I'm on standby then.
Every day, another tragedy in the news.
No, that's cool. Give me time to call in.
Lord, the world has really got the blues. It's enough to drive you crazy.
It was good timed.
No time
You
lose your mind.
started calling me or asking me for a card reading. So
it's just the ticking of the hands of time. Just a tombstone crumbling at the end of the material age, slowly succumbing to the wild flowers and sage. A tombstone crumbling, just a relic of a bygone age, slowly succumbing to the wild flowers and sage. I felt like an outlaw ever since I was a child. I didn't fit at all. They were tame, but I was wild. This concrete jungle, you know it's not my world at all. It's a toxic bungle, and I would not wait to see it fall. Just a tombstone crumbling at the end of the material age, slowly succumbing to the wild flowers and sage. A tombstone crumbling, a relic of a bygone age, slowly succumbing to the wild flowers and sage. We are the wild flowers and sage. We are the ones who will turn the page. A nut must crack for a seed to find its way to the sun. Just step back. It's okay to still have fun. If this world is a prison, we are the flowers growing through the bars. Cause we never listened when they said we couldn't reach the stars. Just a tombstone crumbling at the end of the material age, slowly succumbing to the wild flowers and sage. A tombstone crumbling, just a relic of a bygone age, slowly succumbing to the wild flowers and sage. We are the wild flowers and sage. We are the ones who will turn the page. We are the wild flowers and sage. We are the ones who will turn the page. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
talk more about the broadcast stuff later, but I don't hear any music on my live.
You're live.
It's because you're live, Nick. Hello, Nick Bryce. Welcome to Project Bermuda Life New Moon card readings.
Hello, everybody.
Yay. So thanks for everyone listening. Don't mind our slight technical difficulties. Sometimes that happens during the new moon, and everything is going to be cool. So,
they are not difficult. We're human.
All right.
Everybody, we're human too. We're all human together.
That's right. So I pulled 3 cards while we were on our music break with Mateo Monk, and we got Nick Bryce on the line. And then your first card, Nick, is one of the cards from the general reading. So we got some more themes going here. I like when the individual readings have a one of the cards from the general reading because I shuffle them up during all the breaks and in between each one. And the first one you got is emotional sensitivity. It says that it's important for you to honor and respect your deep sensitivity as it is a gift to us all. Actually, that was just in Hayden's reading. And that just says that you're really sensitive to other people's feelings, especially right now, and you feed off that energy. And like I said with Hayden, when you communicate, then other people really get inspired. But it's important to recharge yourself and to make sure that you're still inspired and to protect your emotions right now. And your second card is the crystal card. It's a really pretty fairy in a purple dress, and she's playing with a crystal, and she's holding one in the air, and she's sitting in a big crystal. And it says the energy of the crystals support you and helps you with your present situation. I think that it's really important for you right now to have what I call a carrying crystal, a crystal that you carry on you through a transition, maybe from this new moon until the full moon. So then maybe recharge it in the full moon. It's a good time to set an intention with that crystal and just kind of keep it with you as a good luck charm through the new moon transition. And I'm feeling like it might be like a protective stone too, since you have this emotional sensitivity right now. And the third card I pulled for you was the crown chakra. The crown chakra card says to pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of the true divine guidance set in to answer your prayers. So the crown chakra wants you to really get into your spiritual routines again. Do more of your mantras and your meditating and your macabre work, but also research something new that your crown chakra has really been wanting you to dive into. Maybe a book you've been wanting to read, or just a topic that you're like, I need to know more about this. Your crown chakra is begging you for that information. So maybe a good crystal, a good protective and crown chakra crystal is a rose quartz. So maybe you need some rose quartz in your daily life through this new moon transition.
Wow. Thank you. Yeah. As you were like giving me the messages, I feel like almost everyone, maybe everyone, my head was like a little tingly. So I think there's truth to what you're saying, because usually when I get the feels like that,
Your crown chakra's tingling.
pay attention. Yep.
Nick's crown chakra's tingling. That's a good sign. Just make sure you honor and respect your sensitivity right now, because I know when you open up all your chakras, you can get emotional or like really attached to certain things. But right now, it's important for you to kind of dive into a lot of different information and topics rather than just getting stuck on one. It's the new era, the new energy.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
calling
you so
in.
much.
You have a good night,
right.
Nick. I will talk to you soon, I'm sure.
All right. Shine on, Shannon, and everybody else.
Thanks.
Still your sign off.
It's all good. So our next person in line is Amara.
Hello.
Hi, you called in. I am so excited. I get excited when people are able to join us on the air. How have you been?
I'm doing well. Yeah, how are you?
Doing well. Shuffling some cards here for you. I've seen you've been doing lots of rituals and new moon and singing bowl activations and all of the fun stuff you do. I'm glad to see you are keeping in your routines and rituals.
Yes. I'm excited about a lot of cacao and crystal bowls this coming next month, so that'll be fun.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to watching that progression. So I pulled 3 cards for you, and your first card I pulled is the release card. It says that it's important for you to work with Archangel Michael right now and to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. So right now you're going through a lot of shifting and going through old things or old habits, and you're really letting the ones that don't serve you go. They're kind of flying away with the wind as you fly in a new direction. And it's actually a fairy holding a baby bird as all the other birds kind of fly away and do their own thing. And she's flying towards a pretty little tree. It looks like the tree is also new. And she looks like she's going on a new adventure towards the tree and some water. So I think that's a good visual for you, is being somewhere in nature with water and beautiful woodland area. And the second card I pulled for you is a card we've already seen or heard this evening. It's the third eye chakra. It says it's safe for you to see the energy of love in all its forms, such as the angels, auras, and visions. I think that's a good card for you because while you're going through all these rituals and these transitions and some of the events you just mentioned, you want to make sure that you, as always, keep your third eye open and really embrace the message that it's giving you to move forward in your next chapter. Because I believe I saw earlier you're going through like a moving experience and traveling, and you want to really follow your intuition with that. And the third card I got for you was the Vacuum Away Fear card. Archangel Michael and Raphael are here to lift fear-based energy from your existence right now. Your surroundings and the situation and everyone involved is being lifted and changed for a reason. I feel like you already know these reasons, and that's why you're putting it into action. Your energy seems strong and making some wise choices, even if sometimes they don't seem to make as much sense as we would like them to. They always seem to teach you something in the end. And right now, Archangel Michael just wants you to know he's really present in your life and really giving you some strong messages that he hopes that you embrace and move forward with.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
I hope that it helps with your adventures. And I'm really grateful and blessed that you called in tonight. It's good to hear your voice.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a blessing to spend some time together in the Lunar New Year.
Yay. Well, I'm glad. It is awesome.
Yes, thanks, Shannon.
Have a good night. I hope to hear from you
too.
again soon.
Thanks. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. All right. So who is our next in line? Ashton. If Ashton is listening and would like to call in, I'm going to give him a moment to call 240-979-4111. If you were enjoying this evening's broadcast, I just want to remind everyone that we do have other PBMTL shows and music that we host here at Project Media Life Radio. Suleiman and his host of the various PBMTL shows work really hard to provide inspirational and new content for all of us. And I just really appreciate all that he does. So if you want to help keep this going, you can consider becoming a Patreon member or make a donation via our website. There are plenty of perks and options for you to become a Patreon member. And if you aren't able to donate, please don't stress. You really could just help us out by sharing on your favorite social media, be it Twitter. We just got an Instagram for PBM2L. We're always on Facebook. And just know that those shares and likes really, really help us get our message out to the right people. And Facebook has that algorithm. I think all social media and internet does at this point, where if more people share it and like it, then obviously it's going to get more attention. It's going to go higher up in the feeds, and we get more notice, and it's important. So we thank you for that. I believe Ashton is away from the computer right now, so I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for him. I'm going to do a general read here. All right. So I pulled some cards for Ashton, and it's so funny. One of them is a card from the original reading. I think all of the readings now have had a card from one of the previous readings. So your first card, Ashton, is the Fairies card. It says that you have very strong fairy energy in your life right now. And I feel like the fairies are always with you. You're a very fairy-ish person. You love fairies and unicorns. I can't help it. I have to say it. So you really enjoy when the fairies are around you. And they have such a playful energy where it's just fun and happy-go-lucky. And the fairy card, like I said earlier, it also represents sometimes financial burdens. And I think it's important to remind you right now, if you're going through some sort of financial stress, that it's more important to remember the happiness and the outcome versus the how we're going to get there. I think spending time with you personally, that's probably one of the best things that you taught me, is that you just got to embrace and know that it's whatever you need is going to be provided for you in this journey on life as a starseed, as a human, and just embrace that. So the second card I pulled for you was the goddess cards. And the goddess card says that it's okay for you to express your divine feminine energy and embrace its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. So I think that you work a lot with some of the female archangels as well as Mary Magdalene. And I feel her coming strongly through this card with the imagery. There's angels, and looks like one's kind of motherly and the other one's kind of young, and she's flying on like a cool fairy ship. But she's also playing music. She's playing a violin, and she's also saying that it's important for you to really play with your various stringed instruments, your ukulele and your guitar, and to just really embrace the goddess and the feminine kind of beats in your music. The last card I got for you is the Law of Attraction card. It is a fairy, and it looks like she's actually underwater because there's fish around her. And it says relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of the energies around you. There may have been a place that you once enjoyed having shows or gathering with friends, and now not so much. You just don't really like going. The energy feels yucky. You've got better places in mind. You've got other places you want to be. It could also be where you're set up shop or studio. It's just not feeling good. It's really important that you examine what makes you happy, what makes you feel good, and embrace those activities and enjoy them. So that is the reading I have for you this evening, Ashton. And who is our next reading? All right. Silo would like a reading.
Yes, please.
Well, thank you for getting in line and patiently waiting.
Definitely. It's been a while since you've given me like an official on the air reading, and I thought it would be fun to let everybody hear it.
All right. Well, let me pull you a third card here. Give me a second. Well, you got two previous cards in your reading. So your first card, I swear I shuffled these. You just saw me shuffle them, right?
Yep.
So the first card you get is the Law of Attraction card.
Yeah.
So it says relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energies. Like I was just telling Ashton, some things that you may have been working on, projects or something you've been actively focusing a lot of attention on, is now shifting, and you have these new ideas. It's the new moon. It's time to embrace those new ideas and that new energy, and to kind of let go of the things that are no longer serving you, which we had in Amara's reading. So many people in the new moon and the new year, which I feel like the first couple months are still the new year till we hit that halfway point. We are still analyzing what projects we want to accomplish this year. So it's important to use the Law of Attraction and to bring in what is going to help you the most, and to release all of the things that you no longer wish to have.
Definitely been doing that actively for the last few weeks, and we wrote down things we would like to release and things we would like to manifest, and I can't wait to go home and maybe burn one and bury the other.
Yeah, I think that's a great ritual. And thanks for reminding me. I wanted to share that for the new moon. When the new moon comes, it's important to, funny enough, your next card is clear yourself, which is the term I was getting ready to use. Clear yourself. It's important to clear yourself. And with this card, I'm going to explain this ritual. On the card itself, it says, ask the angels to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. So that's one of your cards, Silo, is to clear yourself. And with this ritual you just mentioned, that is a great way to do so. You take all the things you wish to manifest and the things you want to grow, and you imagine them as a seed, and you write them on a piece of paper, and you find a good place for you to bury that seed of manifestations, and you'll be able to watch them grow. You might not actually see a plant. If you want to plant a plant with it, go for it. I've seen people do that. But just in general, you want to bury it in the ground and give it into the earth, and give the universe something to go off of that you want to manifest these dreams. And then you release and you clear yourself by writing all the ones that you don't wish to have in your active life, anything that's bothering you, anything you want to let go, and you burn it, you release it, you get rid of it. it's no longer attached to you. You've released that burden. And maybe the burden won't go away instantly, but since you've released it into the universe and you've made a physical action of getting rid of it, it's a great ritual to do to help those things grow and disappear that you need in your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think even definitely just putting the intention into everything you're doing, and the more energy you spend doing something or thinking about something, the more the universe knows that you really do want it to manifest.
Yeah, we we watched a show last night, and they it's talking about time travel, and just saying that you want to manifest something or that you're going to be or do something out loud changed the whole timeline. So just by saying that out loud, I think is a great way to manifest things. You're telling the universe, you're making that verbal frequency in the universal map that you want that.
Mm-hmm. It was
DC
Legends of Tomorrow, and they went back to a time where George Lucas was first getting into the film industry, and he was still a college student, and people came to try and get something from him, and they scared him, and he didn't want to be a director anymore. And the people around him who were trying to save him because he didn't want to be a director anymore, Star Wars wasn't going to be made, so they lost all their toys that they had made because it inspired them.
They were from the future. They were from the future, and the only reason they were scientists and the people they were because George Lucas inspired them with his movies. So without George Lucas, they just, like Celia was saying,
they convinced him, and he got so motivated and inspired. He yelled it as loud as he could, "I want to be a director!" And then like you could see it, you could hear it, you could feel the switch when it was just like clink.
And the whole timeline changed, and they became superheroes again.
Bam, bam. So, yell it out. Maybe not if you're in like a restaurant, or don't yell.
I mean, why not? More people hear you. You're making a scene.
Okay. I mean, don't. I don't want to limit you, so you can do what you want.
Yeah, bring yourself to life by saying it out loud. So your last card, CeeLo.
Yell it out in church when somebody's doing service.
Your last card, CeeLo, is the emotional sensitivity card. So you and Nick and Hayden, you all got this emotional sensitivity card. So it feels like the masculine energy right now is really going through some emotional sensitivity. And you got to honor and respect that deep sensitivity because it's a gift to us all. I know I sound repetitive, but I like to read what the cards have to say because that means it's the strongest message. I think with you, CeeLo, you really sometimes don't necessarily know how to express your emotions. So I think that's something that you've been learning, and it's a good time to really evaluate emotions during the new moon. And it looks like you just need to relax and kind of visualize the outcomes of a lot of the projects that you're putting a lot of energy into. Visualize them a little bit more and then work at them so that they can come into that manifestation.
Excellent. I love it.
Cool.
Thank you.
No problem. Do you think that we could take a quick break before we do our next reading? I think we're going to have some music, so stay tuned, everyone.
You are tuned in to New Moon Readings live with Shannon Shine. If you would like to donate any green energy, you can do so by clicking on the link in the description or by going to projectbringmetolife.com/donate.
Rushing is violence, and so is your silence when it's rooted in compliance. To stand firm in loving defiance, make Archer alliance, give voice to the fire. Move people to the beat of the wind, gather yourself and begin to dance the song until it ends. We are winners, champions of the light, forming in numbers and might. Keep the truth close in sight. And woman, medicine man. Walking with grace, I know your face and I trust your hand. Medicine woman, medicine man. Walking with grace, I know your face and I trust your hands. Find your teachers in the voice of the forest. Unplug, you can't ignore this wisdom of the voiceless. Remedies are bountiful and surround us from the garden to the farthest. Prayer made of stardust. Find your healing in the music that calls you, the voice that enthralls you. What do you belong to? Eyes out, there's the setting of the sun. Give thanks to each and every one. The lesson is the medicine woman, medicine man. Walking with grace, I know your face and I trust your hands. Medicine woman, medicine man. Walking with grace, I know your face and I trust your hands.
And extending my trap strip back into the messages in action. The art is feeding, stop start the disbelieving, cause the garden holds the shards, the medicine is in the seeds. When we hold tight to our right to protect, and we know our might is tenfold in connection. Our elders hold them bright lights, we protect them. The medicine is evident, the wolf, the hawk, the bear clan. We hold tight to our right to protect, and we know our might is tenfold in connection. Our elders hold them bright lights, we protect them. The medicine is evidence, the wolf, the hawk, the medicine woman, medicine man. Walking with grace, I know your face and I trust your hands. Medicine woman, medicine man. Walking with grace, I know your face and I trust your hands.
And now back to the new moon readings. Here is Shannon Shine.
Hello, I am back. Thanks for listening to the music and staying tuned with me. I get really excited when I do these readings. They give me such an energy rush. I just feel really tuned in and connected with all my guides, especially when I use this deck. Like I said, this deck's connected to my grandma, and I just feel her presence really strong, and it makes me really happy. So I really enjoy doing them, and I think I have 2 more in line, and I have room maybe for 1 more. So if you would like to get a reading, please join the live chat at the website, projectbringmetolife.com. There's a bar at the top that says Spreaker with a little comment bubble. You can join right in. We got some active people there. And you can just make it clearly known you would like to get in line for a reading. And you can call in when we tell you to. The number is 240-979-4111. I'm sure Sela will give it to you again when it's your time, if you just let them know you'd like a reading. If you don't want to call in, you don't have to. You can just hop in there and let them know, and I'll pull you some cards. If you're enjoying the podcast this evening, or the card readings this evening, I should say, please take time to check out our other shows, our music, and like I've said earlier, I just really like that we have the shows able to play live in the shop that I own now, called Mountain Shine Creative in Cumberland, Maryland. Makes it a better work day, and people come in and they love the tunes, and they're like, hey, what station you listen to? And I'm like, hey, it's ours. This is sweet. You want to check it out? And it's just being able to share that with my community is so fun and awesome, and I'm just really grateful. So anyway, you can help us keep us going by becoming a Patreon member, making a donation, sharing us on your favorite social media. We just got at PBM2L on Instagram, where we share lots of cool pictures, and we're always posting our new things and links on Facebook, and that's been our best way to reach people is via Facebook. I've noticed it's really hard to sometimes get people off of Facebook. So if you share a link on Facebook, you're really helping, because it also goes up in other people's feeds. That being said, our next reading is for Miss Sierra, who is currently in California and hopefully soon coming back to Cumberland. And her reading is pretty awesome because it actually has 2 cards from some of the earlier readings. I'm sorry I'm not able to explain more cards from this deck because it's such an awesome deck, but it seems like the collective consciousness is going through such strong, similar situations right now that we've had a lot of very similar themes in our readings. And your first card, Sierra, is the release card. It's important for you right now to release what no longer serves you or your purpose and grow in the direction of what is going to serve you the best, and separate yourself from any energies that might be holding you back or any old ways of thinking, old habits, or old situations. And there's a saying I like to remind people, and I actually have this saying at my shop, and I hear so many people come in every day and they say it out loud. And it means a lot to me that they say it out loud because I know that it really meant something for them. And it says, stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. And I think that's just a really good quote, because so many times we go back to old habits or we go back to old situations or energies and we stress ourselves out. And the reason that we keep going through similar situations is because it's a karmic attachment, or like a string or a thread from past lifetimes that is holding us back, and we really have to learn those lessons. And sometimes it's just the lesson of release of thinking, or a way of thinking, or a situation. So release is your first card. I believe Amara had this card earlier. So your second card, Ashton got this card, and it was part of the general reading. It's the fairies card. It's important for you to know that fairies are with you in this time of travel and transition. You have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature, which I think you're really into medicinal herbs and different medicinal healings opportunities, and it's really important for you to stay in tune with that nature. You're probably one of the more in tune with nature people that I know, and you help me get into nature, and I am so grateful for that. But it's important for you right now to get to nature. I think that maybe you haven't had nearly as much nature in your life as you've normally do, or that you need in your life to feel at ease. So go out and hang out with your fairies. Also, the fairy card, like I said earlier, it represents financial situations and the reminder that everything comes at its perfect time, and that you're taken care of in this lifetime. And just work hard towards those manifestations, not how it's going to happen, but knowing the feeling of how or what it's going to feel like once it's there. Your third and final card I pulled for you this evening is the solar plexus chakra. We've been getting a lot of different chakras that are activating for people tonight, and this one says that it's safe for you to know that you are powerful and to take charge of your life in positive ways. The solar plexus chakra is really about confidence and relationships and family and those gut feelings and embracing those and learning from them. And it also has Archangel Michael, and he's just here and he's protecting you. He's got his arms up in the air, and it basically looks like the Project Bring Me to Life symbol. Basically looks like CeeLo making the Project Bring Me to Life symbol. So Archangel Michael just wants you to know that he's here and he's protecting you. You have a friend in him, and he's a good archangel for you to embrace and to talk to and to look for guidance when you're meditating or during transitional times. So maybe do some Archangel Michael channeling and looking into his messages. And that's my message for you this evening, Sierra. I hope that you get to listen to it and it helps you in your daily life. So I'm going to go ahead here and shuffle some more. I think I have one more in line. If you would like a reading, I'm willing to do one more, even if it's after 8. If you just hop in line, you can call in when Sila tells you, or you can just let him know that you want a reading, and I'll pull you some cards. And projectbringmetolife.com is the website. There's a chat room. There's also the Facebook. There's all different options. Just let us know. Get a response from us so that you know we saw your calling. So my last reading so far, or for now, is for Shannon, one of Sierra's friends out there in Cali. So I'm going to go ahead and pull her some cards upon request. And I got 2 cards from earlier. Again, it's just that blows my mind. I can shuffle cards for days and I pull the same cards. The Crown Chakra card is your first card, Shannon. It says, pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in to answer your prayers. Really embrace that Crown Chakra and the energy that it is kind of downloading for you. You're getting lots of intuitive messages right now, maybe visions. I feel like maybe you're a visual person. I feel like most Shannons are, so that could just be me assuming. But I feel like you're getting some really strong visions and dreams, or maybe when you're holding crystals, because your second card is crystals, which is funny because I don't pull one right off the top of the other. When I pull cards, I kind of lay them out for a second, or I shuffle and I pull separate. But earlier, Nick got the Crown Chakra and the crystal card. So I think crystals right now that are connected to that frequency are really powerful at this time of the new moon. So your second card was crystals. And I think this is really funny because I was talking with Sierra, and I know crystals are a really important part of life right now. So it says energy of crystals support you and helps you with your present situation. Since you got the Crown Chakra card and the crystals card, I really suggest having a crystal that's good in connecting with the Crown Chakra. Your third card is actually manifestation power. It says, use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. It looks like Archangel Raphael. He's got his sword and he's got a light torch and he's got beautiful bright orange wings and he's just the sun shining behind him. And Archangel Raphael is a healing angel. Maybe there's a situation that needs healed. Maybe you're going through like a flu or something, even a variety of things he can heal. He's the great healer. But maybe a crystal that is good for both the Crown Chakra and manifesting. I would say I'm feeling a fluorite. I feel like maybe you need some fluorite in your life. I think maybe we've even been with some fluorite. Another good crystal would be a rose quartz. I think I suggested that to Nick earlier. Rose quartz, or just even a big quartz like geode for some amplification on that Crown Chakra. So that is your reading for this evening, and I am hoping that you are able to listen to this. And we do have one more reading. CeeLo has got someone else in line, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shuffle the cards again. Again, thanks everybody for listening. If you've already got a reading and you're still tuned in or you're with us in the chat room, I really embrace, or I'm grateful for that you are here, that you're listening. I embrace and I'm listening to your messages and the energy that I've had to translate or transmit for you. And it's just been a great podcast. Sorry, I was a little distracted as I shuffled. Wanted to make sure I shuffled them good. All right. So the last reading, we actually got 3 separate cards that have not been pulled. We have the first card for Andrew is the past life issue. It says the situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes, and to ask your angels to help you remember and release, learn, and heal from your past experience. So though this card isn't the same as the release card we had earlier, it has very similar energy. You're going through a time or a situation that you've went through before in previous lifetimes, and it's really important for you to learn the message this time. And if you don't learn the message, it's just a message that's going to keep coming back to you. And sometimes we don't like to learn messages that are hard or require some confrontation, but I feel like it's really important for you to move past whatever this may be. The second card I pulled from you is, have you asked your angels for help with this? Your angels want you to know that they are here to help you with the situation. However, they require your permission before they can intervene in your free will of choices. The way archangels and spirit guides and spirit in general works is it can't help you without your permission. I think that's really connected to what CeeLo and I talked about earlier during his reading. That powerful message of saying out loud, even though we can't see the guides or the angels or the universe, it's important to say what you need out loud. And if it's help, you got to tell those angels and give them permission. When the universe created us as humans, it gave us the power of free will, and it won't intervene with that free will without our permission. Once you ask for permission, it'll then allow the divine guidance and the divine synchronicity of life to happen in your benefit and with their help. Otherwise, it's going to keep bouncing off of choices you may make from that past life issue, and you stay in that karmic circle. Once you ask them for help, they're going to guide you through it and hopefully get you through it so you don't have to keep going in this repetition in lives to come. So the last card I pulled for you says, if you get nervous, focus on service. It says, put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? The law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs once you allow it to. So though it's not the law of attraction card that we had earlier, it's that same energy. You're attracting to you what you want to manifest into your life with your thoughts. And saying them out loud helps that kind of concrete idea of making it manifest. So if you get nervous, focus on service. What can you do to make the world a better place? What can you do to make your life better? Release what no longer serves you. Maybe do that release ceremony that CeeLo Mom mentioned earlier. It's the new moon. It's a good time to make that a new moon ritual, and focus on the new chapter, the new energy. What is new and happening in your life? What beginning? So that's my reading for Andrew. I think that's going to be my last reading for this evening. If you'd like to get a reading, I think we're going to be doing new moon readings near or on the full moon from here on until we have something else that needs to take that place or whatever. So just tune into Project Bring Me to Life on our various social media and you'll know when they're coming up. You can get in line if you work that day or time. Just send us an email, and if we have time and space, we'll get you on the roster, the sign up.
Get on the roster.
Get on that list. So if you enjoyed tonight's podcast or card readings, man, my energy is just so high right now. I just when I do these readings,
You're so high.
It just gives me a boost of energy. High on life. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, so thanks for listening. Donate to Project Bring Me to Life to help us keep this going if you can, or share us on your favorite social media. Embrace the new moon. Embrace the new beginnings and the next chapter. And until next time, stay awake and shine on always.
You are tuned in to New Moon Readings live with Shannon Shine. If you would like to donate any green energy, you can do so by clicking on the link in the description or by going to projectbringmetolife.com/donate.